These are the top 5 signs that the person you're dating right now is going to ruin your life. Now, I'm New King. I'm an artist, ex-football player, and these are just some of the experiences that I've been through. These are just the experiences and the lessons that I've learned while I've been dating people, and I just want to share them with you, help you out. All right, so number one, if the person you're dating doesn't want to stay accountable for their actions, that is a huge problem. I dated a bunch of different girls, and the ones that were the worst, like hands down, the worst experiences I've ever had were the ones I dated that would make a mistake but did not want to be responsible for them. They would either blame me or they blame other people. They would never sit there and take accountability for their actions. And it didn't matter how small it was. They just never wanted to be wrong. And in the beginning, it's cute, whatever. You're so in love, right? In the beginning, you don't really notice it. You don't really see it. But as time goes on, that becomes a huge problem. Because if they can't take accountability for something small in the beginning, what's gonna happen when something big pops up? Exactly. Shit is gonna go downhill. So that is the number one red flag that I've noticed when dating someone, is that they lack personal responsibility. Number two, they are always shit talking their ex. Everyone has their side of the story. And personally, like, one of my philosophies is I never talk shit about someone if I don't know the whole story. Like, I try my best to stay away from that. I feel like there's too much heat, there's too much naysay that goes on. And just in my 27 years of living, I find that talking behind people's back never ends up helping anybody. But I've dated some women who will constantly talk shit about their ex, talk about how bad they were and how badly they got hurt. And it's one thing to share your experience with me, but when you constantly bring it up, eventually it's going to piss you off and it's going to raise some red flags, because there is definitely something still going on there, some attachment issues. Because what happens if you two break up, right? They're just gonna talk shit about you, no matter how good of a person that you think you were or that you may have actually been. And so that is something that I would avoid at all costs. If they constantly bring up their ex, probably not a good person. And I'm just being honest. That's just my experience, right? Like, you take that information however you'd like. Okay, number three, lying about the small things. So in college, I was dating this one girl, and she would always take little things from me. And I didn't really mind it, right? Because it was little stuff like food, snacks. She'd come into my house and we were comfortable. She'd grab some snacks, she'd eat. It was all good, right? I would ask her to take care of some chores or something like that, right? Especially if she's in my house all the time. Just ask her to just do something. And so I noticed that sometimes I'd find stuff missing, or I'd find a little bit of money missing, or I find something like that I knew was clearly there, but it's not there anymore, right? One day, like, I confronted her about it. Hey, like, I had this stuff going on. I know you were the only one that got the house. You were just chilling. And she would be, oh yeah, I don't know where it was. I gave her the benefit of the doubt. But then I would notice really weird behavior. Every time she said something, it was like far from the truth. Not like crazy, but just like a little bit. And eventually this became a problem, because some of the things she lied about were so blatant and so clear, right? No matter how small the situation was. And eventually, long story short, these little lies ended up getting worse and worse. And she ended up cheating on me. I'm not like a super anxious guy. I continued to give her the benefit of the doubt. But these little lies ended up becoming worse, and then I ended up getting cheated on, and I found out through a friend. It became a whole big ordeal. She was going behind my back. She was taking my stuff. Like, it was just not it. And I tell you this story to potentially save you a lot of heartache, save you some money, and just, man, save you from wasting your time, because that was not a great experience. She would lie about little things, and eventually those escalated into something way bigger, and ended up fucking me up, and ended up taking my money, ended up just being all bad, man. So just don't let those people exist around you. Be better. Be better. Like, that is a red flag. They lie about little things, they're gonna lie about other things. Number four is they treat other people very badly. They're very rude to other people. I remember one time I was on I think it was a second date. I know I got lots of stories. And the girl was really rude to the waiter, because I didn't understand, right? She was like, she wouldn't look at the waiter. She was very dismissive, just very rude. And so for me personally, like, now I know that should have been a red flag. I should have cut it right there. But eventually, being rude to that one person eventually showed who she was, like her character. So eventually she met some of my friends, and to be honest, no one was really vibing with her. And I'll be honest with you, if no one in your life vibes with the person you're with, there's a good chance that person is not it. Cut that person off, use the scissor emoji, like it is a wrap. It is not it. And I didn't listen to my gut. She's bad. So I was a victim to the trap. But if someone that you're dating treats other people with disrespect, eventually it's going to trickle down and it's going to affect the people in your lives. And unless you want to be rude, unless you think that's hot, like shit, this is just me. But I don't know. If I were you, I would personally avoid anyone that is rude to other people. And number 5, last but not least, is if your significant partner is always hanging out with the wrong crowd. What do I mean by the wrong crowd? I'm talking just people that are not good for her. Now, you've probably all had a story or an instance where you might have been seeing a girl, but you hate their best friend, or their best friend is just talking shit. They're just not a good influence. And you know that the way that their best friend is, no matter how much your girlfriend or person you're seeing says that they're not like them, eventually it's going to rub off on each other, right? The company you keep is going to determine not only the success that you have eventually, but the type of person you end up becoming. And I had to learn that the hard way. It only takes one bad apple to destroy the rest of the bunch. And no matter how good your significant other is, they keep hanging around that person, it's going to fuck them up. It's going to mess with their heads. If you start to notice that all of the people they hang out with are not good influences, or they're doing bad things, obviously if they're doing illegal shit, don't hang out with them, because eventually you're going to get dragged into it. And that is also going to put you in a downhill trajectory, which you do not want to be in. You do not want to be in that position. Be wary of the company that the person you're dating keeps, because the people they choose to hang out with is a reflection of their character and who they are. Understand who you're dealing with. These are just common things that you hear every day. I'm just another face telling you some of the things that I've learned from personal experience. Take the advice, don't take the advice. It's all good, but if it helps you in any way, I'm glad. I love, appreciate you. It's your boy Nyukyung. Peace.